Luke?
Ah, the answer, my darling, is yes.
What's the question?
Husband, can you assure me that we're in the home stretch of this mess? The answer, my sweet, is yes.
I'd like to hear more about that.
So, Frank's escape plan has been busted wide open by a nervous employee, and Frank is going to blame me. But it's okay. The way I get out of it, you see, is I come up with a way to spring Frank out myself. And, of course, some way that he'll get caught in the process.
There's no alternative.
Well, not that I can see.
Okay. What can I do to help?
You just did. Trusting me. That helps.
All right. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, all right?
Well, Sonny just gave me the details 10 minutes ago, honey. There really isn't any nitty-gritty. I haven't had time to come up with a strategy.
Make an effort.
Okay. Well, first I have to convince Frank that I didn't turn Dr. Gary.
How?
I don't think it'll be that hard, because if I were to do that, it would be so obvious. It would be a stupid move, and hopefully Frank wouldn't think that I would make a stupid move. The hard part is going to be convincing him that I can bust him out myself.
Can you?
Sure.
Will he trust you?
Well, he's going to be tempted to because of his timetable. That's what's important to him. If I can guarantee getting him out and keep him on the timetable, it's a lot of points in our favor right there.
And if he gets caught on the way out?
Well, then they'll stick him in a hole so deep he'll only get one phone call per year, and we'll change our number.
And you come home safe and this whole thing is over?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now I have another Valentine. This is some money from the job that I did, the fun job. It's just sort of monopoly money. But I would like you to give it to Mrs. Ward and ask her to do something nice for those kids with it.
Luke. Oh, Luke. What a great idea. Why don't you tell her yourself?
You're so much better at that stuff than I am.
Luke, there's so much she's going to be able to buy for that house with this money. You have no idea.
Good.
She's going to be so grateful.
Great. Hey, yeah, why wait? Why not just take it over to her right away? Before Ruby comes over to visit.
All right. I'll go. You need some more time to figure out the end of this plan, don't you?
Busted. Yeah.
Okay. The kids are upstairs, and I think they're doing just fine.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on them. See you later. Love you.
Love you too.
Watch the clutch, it sticks. Breakout plan. Escape. We have one convict. We have 2 card-carrying wild men. We have 50 maximum security guards. Those are good odds.
Good heavens, Laura, what did you do? Rob a bank?
I'm Luke, and it's a little bit mysterious exactly how he came by all of it, but don't worry, I'm sure that it's legal. Anyway, he wanted you to have it for your kids here.
I guess that's my cue to stop looking the gift horse in the mouth and say thank you.
You are welcome.
I expect you know what this could do for us.
Well, I have a pretty good idea.
Oh, gosh. Braces for Willie. Another bed for the Bowman twins.
Oh.
Paint the kitchen. Insulate the windows upstairs so that the chill won't keep creeping through. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Sabrina. Wait till you meet Sabrina.
however you want to spend it is just fine with us. We're just happy to be able to share our good
Oh,
fortune.
thank you. I guess I'm going to stop staring at it.
All right.
I'm going to put it away.
Oh, great.
And then I'm going to check on it later and see if it's still there. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Now tell me, how's everything around here today?
oh, who can complain? How are you doing? How's Lucky?
Oh, he's coming along just fine. He's got a roommate, his cousin's guardian, just went off on her honeymoon, so the boys are bunking with us, and he's just thrilled because he's finally got a brother.
And Foster.
He's doing just fine, almost back to normal, growling at Luke as fierce as ever.
Yeah. And how's Luke doing besides doling out gifts and stuff? How's he doing?
He's almost done with the business that's going to make us able to relax and really feel safe here in Port Charles. This won't be much longer. I hope not.
And it's taking its toll on you.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm sure it's not going to go on much longer, and I'm just trying to keep myself busy to keep my mind off of it, which is actually one of the reasons that I'm here.
You looking for something to do?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And I have some news. I went to the Port Charles University, and they told me that I could get extra credit by taking on a work assignment. So I could finish my degree as a social worker in as little as 18 months.
Oh, that's wonderful. I knew it. Let me take a hopeful guess of where you would like that assignment to be. Here.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I think that's wonderful.
Oh, good.
And you tell those people I support you 100%.
I will. Now, will it be all right if your regular caseworker acts as my supervisor?
If she doesn't, I will break her leg. I'm sure it'll be all right. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
I couldn't have asked for a more wonderful environment.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting more wonderful by the minute. No. And you tell Luke that I am eternally grateful. Okay? Okay, sweetheart.
And I'll be in touch very soon.
Okay.
God bless.
Oh, this is it's terrific. Laura's done the best decorating job.
Yeah, well, it's one of the many things she does well.
And you had the good sense to listen to her.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, I want to hear all about Atlantic City.
Well, I had a perfectly swell
Great. I take it that means you won.
a little, and saw some shows, and met some nice people.
You weren't lonely out there all on your own at Atlantic City and all?
Well, now, who said I was alone?
That's what I was hoping you'd say. Tell me more.
Well, I met this man. He's a widower, and he comes from Ohio. I think that's somewhat near here. He's retired. He was an investigative engineer. Anyway, he goes to Atlantic City a couple of times a year, and he just had the best old time.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it was. Really was. Oh, what is that?
That is Foster. He makes me feel very, very old. Laura and Lucky found him. Well, actually, he found them in the hospital parking lot. He convinced them he's our foster child, thus the name Foster. Foster, say hello to your Aunt Ruby.
Well, how do you do, Mr. Foster? You sweet.
Oh, you were always a sucker for a con man. He just knows when to turn it on, that's all.
I like him.
Good, it's yours. Take him home. Yeah. Hey, pal, if you can fool Ruby, you can fool anybody.
Honey, don't you listen to a word he has to say? He's just jealous.
No, it's not jealousy. It's an all-out grapple for territorial domain.
Well, he's got style.
He's got attitude. Come on, tell me about this Mr. Wonderful from Ohio.
Well, first, before Laura gets back, I want to hear about Frank Smith and how all that's going.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not as fine as I'm telling Laura, but I kind of got my back up against the wall right now, and it'll take a few slick moves to get out. It could get a little hairy before it's over, but I'll tell you one thing. Nothing or nobody is going to take this away from Laura. Or Lucky. Or me. And I told Laura that I'd set Frank up to be captured and escape and permanently put out of action. But what I didn't tell her was that I'll probably have to pull the trigger to make sure it gets done.
Luke, no. Now, we've been through all of this before. It's too dangerous. It's murder one if you get caught. Now, there has to be another way, a better
Ruby,
way.
I'm at the end of my rope, and the time is right. It's now or never.
Hi, sweetheart. I was just telling you. Oh, how pretty you made this house. So, well, both of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It is our dream house, isn't it?
Yes, it is. How was it with Mrs. Ward?
Oh, Luke, needless to say, she loved the gift. Actually, she was shocked, and she told me to tell you that she would be eternally grateful.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm glad. This is a new friend of Laura's.
Oh,
Yes, she runs a house on Charles Street, partly daycare and partly a home for homeless children. Yeah. And I'm actually going to get to work there with her.
All right. Oh, that's great. Oh, sweetheart.
oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
darling.
I have always wanted a job like this, and I can't believe that I found it right here in Port Charles.
Well, let's hope it works out.
It will. I will. I feel it. I know it will. I mean, I know we still have to get out from under Frank Smith, but that'll only be a little while longer, right? So, in the meantime, I've got this beautiful house. I've got a job where I can really make a difference. I've got 2 kids, a dog, and a fabulous husband who's going to make everything work out right. So what more can a person ask for?
Oh.
I think all's right with the world.